Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Tenderfoot Tactics. I just wanted to show you guys the pause screen here because I don't know that I've done it on camera much, but I think that the way the pause screen frames is a really good indication of the feeling they're trying to evoke in this story. There's a real odd storybook from another culture kind of thing going on I think is really effective. It feels in some ways familiar and in many ways unfamiliar simultaneously, and it's just... I don't know if it's clear to y'all that I'm, way into this thing, but I am way into this thing. Alright, let's just get over here, get back in the boat. For the moment. So what is this? What is this big spire? I mean, we probably ought to investigate. Of course, it is behind many hostels. And it looks like fairly difficult battle, too. We've lost sight of it. Is it still there? It is totally still there. A dreadful power. Oh, and the village of Noggin is nearby-ish. Yeah, wow, you can get way higher up once you have a second bird nest. Man. Alright, I'm gonna ignore this for right now. I'm not ready for a dreadful power, probably. I tried to slide there, but we had no momentum, and so we went nowhere. Actually, I guess we're done with the boat for the moment. Yeah, we kind of need to go over this hill toward that. Let's see if we can get that resting place. That would be a good checkpoint on our adventure here. This reminds me a little bit of, I think it's Act 2 of Kentucky Route Zero, where you're walking through the forest, and the trees are simultaneously in front of and behind your party as a way of just sort of conveying how impossible it is for you to feel outside of the forest, how the forest sort of feels like everything and everywhere. It's really cool. It's a really cool effect. I'm so nervous that we're going to just wander into enemies. And also, we're high enough off the ground now that I'm starting to get a little bit uncomfortable. I have a really bad fear of heights. I get significant vertigo, and it is getting set off here a little bit, which is weird. Not all games do it, and generally, it's games that look more realistic, that are better at tricking my brain into thinking they're a real space, are the ones that set me off. I don't know why this is kind of getting me, because this is so not real. You look like you're alone, which seems like a foolish thing for you to be. Okay, not quite alone, but close. You know what, that's fine. We don't need to think too hard about this one. Okay, so this guy's standing in a space that has considerable soil moisture and a lot of plants, but no actual water. I'm going to give him the old fire arrow, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, that time it lit. That time it went up. So, when the fire started, it did deplete all of the soil moisture. So maybe it's like you have to burn through... Maybe you burn through the soil moisture before a fire can start? Well, no, because this space is on fire and it has moisture still. You're probably... You know what? You're probably fine where you are. Ooh, he should not have run through the fire. Oh, right, I don't... I don't have a normal attack anymore. Alright, well, we sure have dug him a little hole. I guess Nettle should probably go after this guy. Anybody who has a ranged attack should be hitting this guy, because he's going to be really hard to count with melee. I guess Spot has a grenade as well, though. Here, we'll, where do I want to stand to throw a grenade safely? I guess there's not really a way that I can do this that I'm not going to hit somebody, right? Yeah, it's fine. Pascal's tough. He can take it. And you have a nice easy kill. Yeah, see, all we gotta do is find a couple of guys just separated out in the wilderness over and over again. Oh, you know what? It strikes me that I don't think we equipped some of the cool stuff we've been getting. So... Quinn could definitely use some damage, but I think I'm going to prefer to put it on Nyx and Willow for the moment. So let's go... Boy, 515. Is 515 appropriate for you? Maybe that 515 should be on Pascal. Yeah, let's do that. And I'll put the Juniper down and just give you the glass pendant instead. Wow, that is a lot of... You do not have a lot of HP left. Okay, 2-0 is just not... That should not be happening. We have all of this time and stuff. You take that. Spot's just a big tough dude. Quinn is kind of just a big tough dude. That's fine, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Already lost track of... This is approximately the right direction. Okay. It's very easy to get turned around after a fight here in the extremely spooky forest. Managed to find a couple more standing off by themselves. How dare you? So, if I were to go for a fire here, it would spread... Actually, this tile, despite the fact that this tile has a little dusting of plant stuff in it, it actually has a plant's value of 0. It's probably just going to take me a little while of experimentation to get comfortable with using the elemental system, so apologies. Apologies if I don't do a great job, but yeah, so that won't spread into our stuff at all, thanks to Pascal's tile being somehow empty of plant life. Although, it is going to spread around from the other side. I guess I didn't think that one through all the way. You need to get over here. And I guess... Boy, where exactly? Here should be fine, right? Oh, maybe I should have stayed put and done first aid? Yes. Yeah, maybe that would have been smart. Because it might have been necessary, actually. Can we... We don't really have a lot of water available, unfortunately. Just run from the rapidly spreading fire. I did what they call in the strategy game community an oopsie. I have performed an oopsie, and now we must flee the consequences of our actions. The good news is we're almost out of plant life. I'm debating whether I want Spot to pick up this XP. It's probably fine. Okay, so sorry about accidentally burning my own teammates to death. Managed to return one population to Nape, which I don't think we know the location of. Right, we saw... Yeah, I don't know. We saw Hork and something else. I was going to say Nugget. I'm pretty sure the town is not called Nugget. But it was something like Nugget. It was Nugget-esque. It was Nugget-adjacent at the very least. As we all sometimes hope to be. Sweet, sweet cinnamon conch. Can parents see why goblins love cinnamon conch? I don't think so. There's no evidence to suggest that they can. Alright, let's do that thing. Whee! Just hurl myself down a mountainside. Alright, well this seems easy enough. Welcome home. Welcome to your home. That is a bird nest, right? Well, let's go get that. The birds can always sense other birds. Oh man, it's real dark here. Alright, never mind. It was only real dark in like a 5-foot strip right along the coast. Anyway, like, it's a very impressionistic environmental design, which is just super cool. I don't know if these shapes coming up out of the ground are meant to give the impression of, like, ruined buildings, or... Huh. Hey, this is weird. Did we find a tiny spot of no fog? I think that might be what that is. Or a spot where the fog is just far enough away. Well, I think we probably should not grab that. I really want that bird. Unfortunately, it looks like the enemies... Oh, maybe never mind. I was gonna say the enemies are dense enough that we can't squeeze through. But where there is a desire for bird, there is a way. And you know how Nettle loves to find a bird. So was that... No, that was not quite a level, but it's close. We're going to have a Goblin 5 any moment now. That is a pretty big person shape over there. I mean, right? I mean, it's kind of person-y. It's person-esque. It's person-adjacent. Alright, we might just have to fight something. We can try to track around here, but maybe we'd be best just taking a swing. We're not that far from home. If we lose, we're not going to really drop that much distance. And I hate to look like a coward on camera and everything. But, you know, these combats... Ooh, yellow. Yeah, I will gladly take on a yellow fight. These ones seem very doable. Okay, so it's going to be one of us and then pretty much their whole team. So, this is one where we probably want to start back. They do have a person with fire... They have two people with fire arrows. But they're all the way in that corner. So if we start mostly in this corner, I think we should be okay. Alright, so here's my brilliant plan. Let's have Pascal be the one in front. We're going to have the person who goes first throw up a quick anesthetize. And we're going to have Pascal start like way down in the turn order. So Quinn here. Where is... Spot's fine, yeah. Spot going there makes sense. Nettle way in the corner, and then the two archers. Yeah. So let's bump Pascal down to... I mean, right now he's already below all of the enemies. I think that's fine. Alright, here's hoping for some good promotes. And then I think you actually don't move. We want to make them come to us. Oh, interesting. Okay, so if you do a knockback into a person, like if a person is the reason that the target doesn't get knocked back, both the target and the person blocking take the bonus 5 damage. That's good to know. I might move to here and then throw the grenade backwards, and I guess it's not going to bump those two down. It is going to do the best damage, though. We definitely want to kill that witch. Yeah, and I don't think Pascal needs to flex right now. I think we can afford to do this. Take that, guys who are already at the bottom of the turn order. I'm going to get hit from this side next. Okay, so now we have a lot of interesting options. So you two are going to get to go... What is the range on the heal? 4 tiles. So you're going to be capped to moving here because you're completely surrounded by bushes. You will not be able to actually heal these two. So we kind of get to kill them at our leisure. We don't have to spend our ranged attacks doing so. Which means... Like, what's the plant life count over here? It's pretty serious. Oh no, never mind. I was getting a bad reading. There's almost no plant life on this side of the table at all. Okay, so not really a fire arrow kind of situation. I can't quite get a good strangle. think I just water arrow or something? Ice arrow? Yeah, may as well just blow you up now, I guess. And then you're gonna move out to here. Yep, so no big deal there, and in fact the promote is quite nice. Yeah, I'm not, I think, making good enough use of promote, because it is really powerful. You, sadly, have managed to not be able to strangle a guy. Well, I still get to hit him. But I sure would love to get a successful strangle off. Alright, Willow should get to work on this other archer. This is definitely poison arrow time. So I need to move forward one space. Okay, and did that put... It did not put plant life in the tile. But the ability description does have +2 plant. Oh, you know what? Actually, it's not showing me the ribbon for his tile right now. It's showing me the ribbon for my tile. It did, in fact, put plant life in the tile. Okay. So... I mean, you just attack this guy on the side. Oops, that... I did not what I meant to do at all. Curse my twitchy hands. Well, I'm gonna attack the trees. I'm gonna attack some bushes. Yeah, I've been having hand spasms, and they're not great in the middle of video game time. Okay, so this bush is dead. It looks like. I mean, it's not the lively color, and the space has 0 points of plant life in it. I'm assuming, is it dead because there's no moisture? Yeah, see, the bushes that are on moist spaces are green, and the ones that are on not moist spaces are the dead-looking color. Okay. We have entirely too many bushes over here. There's too much difficult terrain. Alright, well, I think it probably is the case that you ought to get to work on this knight over here. Right, dropping him 2 spaces. You know what? How much damage do you take? 1 damage per 5 ticks. So if a turn is in the neighborhood of 30 to 40 ticks, we can expect this guy to probably just die before his turn comes up, right? I think so. I think what I'm going to do here actually is just allow this guy his turn. Oh, shoot. Never mind. I forget. I keep forgetting I don't have a normal attack. I gotta fix that. We gotta level up Pascal and get him a normal attack. Okay, well, I got him to shield bash me into his friend. And that damage does turn him around. That's really interesting. So your turn is going to come up before the knight's turn. We can just let that be the way that is handled. And I have to fall back if I want to be able to shoot this other guy. Yeah, the poison, it turns out to be a pretty large amount of damage. Man, this anesthetize has been very strong. Alright, you have a nice easy kill. And then you are definitely just going to rush these dudes over here. I don't know that the facing really matters too much on that one. Okay. Well, I don't get to hit the Woods Witch under any circumstances, which is a real shame. But I do love this poison arrow. Pascal needs to move around to here so that when we throw the grenade at this guy, at least it's being thrown from behind. if we run Spot up... Let's see, it's about to be Nettle, and then Nyx. Well, unfortunately, I've moved Nyx behind this bush, so we probably don't even really have a backstab available. I'm just gonna move up here and punch him. Also, Nyx's arrow is gonna kill him, so I guess it kind of doesn't matter either way. Because I think... Can Nettle get close enough to do damage to any of these guys? Yes. Probably unnecessary. I think that guy was gonna die anyway, but... May as well hurry him along. Man, I really want to have my own Woods Witch. We're close. We're getting there. Oh, no. Curse you. Alright. We'll do this, and we'll just sing a little song. It's probably not, like, awesome for your archer and your healer to be the same person from, like, an action utility standpoint, but it sure does give you an awful lot of options when your turn comes around. I'm gonna kill some bushes. Just keep murdering bushes. I do feel like maybe when there's only one enemy left, he could just concede. Because, I mean, I think it's pretty clear that he's not going to win. Oh, nope, sorry, not that one. First aid. I don't know why the slingshot icon reads in my head as, oh, this is the healing skill. Well, he's doing a really good job of evading us. Wait, that's very frustrating. Take that, plant life. Alright, I do believe it is finally over. This Woods Witch has survived far longer than I would have liked. And then you should move maximum distance so that there are more ticks during your turn. There we go. Ragged Medallion's not bad. Supposedly made to commemorate the first mass shapeshift of the Age of Fairy. The hobgoblins of Lambert Graben took flight in the shape of local cotingas, kingfishers, vultures, storks, and macaws. Yo, can we just turn into vultures? Is that a thing? I want to do that. Why are we running around here as goblins if we could be vultures? I mean, goblins are pretty good. Okay, my dude, you need an attack. So... Shield Bash does seem pretty good. Insult. On Nerve 2, 20 damage, so it's like a soft ranged attack that just does... I'm assuming it's Unnerve 2 plus whatever Unnerve you would normally get from the direction you're hitting from, so I could see that being really powerful. Ooh, clear brush while moving. That does seem good, especially if it clears the brush before the brush ends your movement. Headstrong 2 is just a nerve resistance. So Pull 1. I wonder what that means. Like, how it's... Obviously, it means it brings the enemy toward you, but I wonder how its timing is applied, you know? I think I'm gonna take Sweeping Blow. Shield Bash does seem very good. But I want to take Sweeping Blow because I want to get a thing that has pull. I want to learn how that works. Alright, the hell was I going? That way. We just have to keep asking our birds to reorient us, because it is impossible to tell where anything is in this nightmare forest. with its creepy mists creeping along the ground and its infinite impossible trees. So there is obviously a day-night cycle, right? And we see the lighting changing with the time and stuff. And we also see that the time of day is represented in the combat system. I'm not sure if it has any meaning. So this is a lot of enemies. But a couple of them are real basic. They only have one actual ranged unit. They have several guys who have shield bash. We do have to watch out for that. But I think we have a little bit of an advantage here. So you and you are first. I'm going to put our fire archer on this side and have them be first. Because we could start a very serious fire over here. Maybe you shouldn't be in... Yeah, maybe I should move you to here. Yeah, that makes sense. The space that has... Well, actually, there's still quite a lot of plant life. Unfortunately, it's true in every space over here. We are probably just going to have to move. But then I probably don't want anybody else to be starting in that strip of plants. Let's have Quinn be up here, Spot be up there, Willow be here. Okay, so I'm going to move you up to here, Willow to there. Maybe Willow should be second. I'm going to have Willow be second. Alright, let's try it. Oh, okay. I was expecting a little bit more forward movement. So there's a ton of plant life over there. I would very much like to start a big fire. Let's see if we can. And it looks like there is actually... It'll probably spread over here eventually. Okay. Big fire started. You are in danger, my friend. Yep, the fire is spreading rather quickly. So if I move you to here, which has no plants and is in no danger from the fire, I could just move you to here and then you could shoot the other archer. I'm assuming that guy doesn't have a lot of health. Yeah, the poison damage is probably pretty good here. Let's just get that started. And I think the only real danger we put ourselves in is direct reprisal. Okay, so it looks like the plans burned out before the thing got over to me, and it didn't end up doing that much extra damage. Let's move you to here and throw that real good grenade. Yeah, I like the way this is starting an awful lot. So, Nettle... How much damage does Nettle do? 33, it turns out. Ah, but Nettle cannot get into attack range. That's a shame. Well, what we will do instead is simply anesthetize... Yeah, probably. Alright, whole lot of flexing going on over there. Too much plant life. I'm gonna blow up some plants. Yeah. Breaking stuff to look tough. Alright, you are also getting plant lifed. I kind of expected the enemies to move forward a little bit more. Like they would want to, you know, do something. They clearly have no interest in doing anything. No, why don't you attack into my promote? Alright, well, Nyx... Not sure if... So here, there's 4 points of soil moisture. We're gonna just keep testing. So I burned off all of the moisture and all of the plant life. All of the points of plants in the tile. Obviously, the bush is still there, so the tile's still difficult terrain. And then it left 7 points of fire behind. I really have no idea how to, like... I have no idea how to read multiple points of fire, the meaning of multiple points of fire in a tile. I think we're going to have you fall, like, way back. Alright, that's some fine promotion. It's not amazing, but it's fine. This might be a sweeping blow kind of situation. So it attacks... Okay. I might just do this. I think this makes sense. Sorry there, Quinn. I did turn Quinn around, which is not great. And then I think I'm going to rush Pascal through. And he is going to block. He's just going to get all the way in the way. It's going to be a long time before that guy's turn. I think what I want to do is be able to shoot this guy in the side. If we bump him down one, it does put another one of our characters in front of him. This is maybe a very aggressive position, but I want to make sure I get the unnerve. Because him being pressed down one in the turn order isn't just that character getting an extra turn, remember. It's also him taking more poison damage because there are more ticks before his next turn. Cannot do very much of value. I can anesthetize. You get it now. And Spot sadly does not have a very interesting turn. I think he does just do this. Just run over here and punch this guy. You can see all the ticking, the slowly ticking. Now, he's healing as well. Not nearly as fast as he's dying. And he's at 14 right now, so he should bleed out. But he's probably going to heal himself on his turn. He's going to do another flex. Because if he doesn't, he's going to die. Alright, now he probably... I think he'll survive. I don't think he'll poison out naturally. We are going to have to give him a little push. Ah, man, it is so hard for Quinn to find opportunities to participate in combat. Alright, run for it, Quinn. And then, I guess, just stand here and wait. Soon the strangling will begin. Yeah, the poison's gonna run out. Alright, it's fine. Let's move Pascal to here. And then throw a grenade, because this is going to be a really annoying grenade for that guy back there. And it also opens up the terrain a little bit for other people to step in. So Nyx just needs to finish this guy off. And I think Nyx is actually just fine where they are. Ooh. That's okay. That's not a big deal. This guy's trivial to kill. I guess right here is fine. We'll just do that thing I just said. So. I mean, just like move to here and throw grenade, right? Because his grenade almost does as much damage as his basic attack. Still no strangle, but we at least get to do an actual attack this turn. And I guess his strangle does as much damage as his normal attacks, so there's no reason not to do it. I guess, except wanting to avoid that sound. Yeah, this seems like a pretty good opportunity for a sweeping blow. So it does not turn... Well, actually, I guess that guy might have been considered already facing him. So we don't yet, I guess, have conclusive information on whether or not it turns the secondary recipients. Are we about to have somebody with a grenade? Yeah, so Spot can kill both of those guys. Let's focus you on... Oh, sorry, you have to move. Focus you on killing this dude over here. Alright, and then Spot gets one of the most productive grenades we've ever thrown. Easy. It turns out orange combats are easy. Not very good loot, though. A couple more people returned to Nape. One more person returned to Nape. And we have ourselves a Goblin 5. So, what do we want to learn here? I guess Opportunist doesn't seem great. But we're going to evolve you anyway. You get to be our first Woods Witch. Hooray! Oops, that's not what I wanted. Here we go. So you start by learning Clear, and then you have a memory of normal ranged attack? Probably not, right? What is this attack is just any space within 4 tiles, breaks destructible objects, and does quite a bit of damage. So, boy, I don't really know what we want to... We don't really need the ranged attack. We already have a thing for this. I guess close range first aid. I mean, you're going to pick up a bunch of other healing spells, but we can change the memory thing at any time, right? For right now, I guess we'll take that. Yeah, so you have damage and you have healing. Alright, Pascal gets to pick up a level of this, so now we'll get to play with Slam 1, or with Pull rather. You get the Super Grenade, which nobody has had yet. And Nyx, I think, is going to take on more fire. So Fire Salvo 1 does a little bit less damage, but hits multiple tiles, and this does more damage and hits multiple tiles. I think I like the direction we're going there. Alright, and now I've gotten all turned around. That way. Is there anything nearby that we want to pick up? Not really. Forest around us has taken on a sort of rich golden hue. For truly, are these not the salad days of our lives? Trekking through infinite haunted woods, fighting our mind-controlled countrymen, and of course, constantly breathing in the evil fog, what is doing all the mind controlling. You gotta imagine there's gonna be some kind of long-term effects from that, right? It's probably not great for my respiratory system. Okay, so, boy, a lot of enemies over here. I am real curious and nervous about that. Oh, there's another bird's nest. Let's go say hello to another bird. You guys look like you're separated and by yourselves. Maybe not quite as much as it appears, huh? That's definitely not like big stuff moving in the water, right? Probably not. Definitely have feelings about birds' nests, but there sure are a lot of... Oh, is that too high to climb? No, you just walk very slowly while attempting to go up it. Which combines with the camera to sometimes make it look like you are not actually climbing. These guys are really guarding these birds. They have very strong feelings about these birds. Well, I don't know if we are up to the task of taking on a red combat here. We can do oranges some of the time. Sometimes they're definitely harder than others. Oh hey, you're relatively alone. Prepare to get horribly embarrassed. Why are you all the way over there, Quinn? Boy, this is a little awkward, though, with this big cliff in the middle of the battlefield. Let's start by fire salvoing that guy down there. Because I'm worried that a fire salvo on this guy is going to spread into our team. See, I didn't check the tiles first. I should have checked the tiles first. That did not start a fire, and we don't exactly know why, because I didn't look at the values. I mean, the soil here is very, very moist. I bet that has something to do with it. Oh, clear as a heal. It's a heal that breaks destructible objects. I guess there's no notational difference between healing and damage, right? It's just a number next to a little plus for indicating life. So that's not great. I do love the fact that we have a way of clearing out a large amount of brush all at once, though. That is super cool. We are definitely going to get good use out of that. Alright, Spot, unfortunately, is not going to be able to... I think we're going to focus on attacking here. It would maybe be a good idea for somebody to clear that bush out of the way, but Spot has more important things to be doing. Yeah, I mean, just, like, get a kill where you can, right? Let's move you to here, and then throw the grenade on this tile. Probably shouldn't have just left his back to us. It was a bit of a miscalculation, I think. So yeah, I think the deal is it's too wet over here. There's not actually water in the spaces, but the moisture level's very high, and I bet that's... Actually, there is water in this tile. But not in this one, and this one still didn't catch fire. Right, unfortunately, Quinn's just going to kill this thing. And then I don't really want him to run forward, because he's going to block the space. Although at the same time, I guess we don't really have anybody else who's going to want to be in that space. Right, because everybody else has range stuff. You don't really get to do anything. Here, do this. It is interesting that the Woods Witch has to clear woods in order for their attacks to work. It's perhaps a little unintuitive. Oh, right, you have the super grenades. You have to move differently now. I had a whole plan there. It's a shame you can't choose to use a lower version. That's pretty good. Choose to use a lower version of a skill, if it would be relevant to do. A faded copper buckle seems like a pretty good item. Bloodroot's giving you 2/2, but we should probably put this on, like, Spot, maybe? Yeah, Spot with the super grenades. And then is anybody using empty attack? I mean, you are basically using empty attack here. So 013, that's definitely better than the iron ore. And then you're getting damage, you're getting damage, you're getting damage. I think we'll just leave all that as it is. Okay. There we go. Sometimes a little finicky getting your bird to return to you. Everything always looks so much closer when it's far away. So there are a lot of guys down the hill. I think we want to stay up here as long as we can. So the memory is so far off in the distance. I mean, we have to go investigate this, right? I could, I suppose, allow my fear to keep me away from it, but I'm so curious. Even though I'm sure it's going to be a thing I'm sad about. I think we're going to get up there, and I'm going to wish I had not gone up there. So they get their first 2 guys, then we get 4. So what do we want to do? We could, like, push these guys. We stack our people up over here. So let's go Nyx. Right there. And then Spot with his super grenades. No, wait, you're Quinn. Quinn, get over there. Spot, come here. Willow, also come here. Nettle... Oh, I forgot to... Right, I was going to change Nettle's stuff, because Nettle should have an attack. But I didn't. So we just have a dedicated healer for this battle. That's fine. And we certainly have use for it immediately. Hopefully the enemies find that anywhere near as annoying as I do. Because, boy, I sure do. You are going to just slam this guy? Or, yeah. Or I could just flex. I'm gonna slam. Okay, so it pulled him into me and it did 5 damage to both of us. That's interesting. I don't know that I want to move. I think we're just gonna wait here. Alright, let's start some fires. Hopefully the fire doesn't jump down the cliff. That's my that's my current hope. I'm gonna move back a step here just in case. And then Willow's got a lovely poison arrow for you. Or I could have Willow step forward, I suppose, and poison arrow the Woods Witch. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so it looks like fire will not jump down a cliff. I think that is pretty good. That Woods Witch is probably dead. Oh, except this one's... right. Except this one's gonna run forward and ruin everything. Alright, Quinn cannot get a good strangle off, sadly. But we can at least get a reasonable hit. Whenever you make an opponent make that sound, it should unnerve the rest of their team. Hell, I find it kind of unnerving, and I'm the one doing it. Yeah, I wish we could have just started him one tile further forward. We're creating a trench. We're going to dig a moat. Okay, that's not a big deal. That's more of a big deal. Yep, and then this heal is going to be super annoying. Alright, Nettle. I mean, I don't think Nettle's play is terribly complicated. Nettle moves to here, and then... they sure are setting themselves up for some grenades. And I'm not going to punch this archer in the back. I'm pretty sure that this is the thing that makes sense to do. Alright, and then Nyx has that volley, which is just going to hit those same 3 guys and do some real good damage. And there's not enough plant life over here, thanks to all the clearing, for it to be a major fire hazard. I do think I'm going to move out of the corner, though. Try to open up my target selection a little bit. And unfortunately, Willow cannot attack the enemy that I think is the most natural target for us. I could fall back a little bit and just heal. I think we're just going to poison that guy, though. They have one wood switch left, and it's about to be that wood switch's turn. I suppose I could go for an anesthetize instead. Oh, that's Pascal. What am I talking about? Definitely don't poison that guy. Yeah, you get anesthetized, and I'm just going to fall back a step here. It's possible that I am not respecting this archer enough. It just feels like with him being in the position he's in now, he's going to have a really hard time doing damage to us. Right, like what's... Oh, this isn't actually an archer. That guy has a slingshot. He has the slingshot attack. So he can hit people at point-blank range. That's a little bit of a shame. I'm surprised he went for that instead of the double unnerve. So Spot's mega grenade's not actually very good here. I think we're just gonna walk up behind this guy and punch him. And then, yeah, we may as well face you. And this would be a really good time for Nettle to be able to do attacks. Ow. So, if I move to here, then this grenade will do a double unnerve on that guy. Okay, I think we probably got this. They're in pretty dire shape here. It looks to me like I could start a fire up there, probably. Alright, hopefully that'll... It burned out of his space really quickly, actually. So I'm not going to be able to do any damage to you. Well then. It might be time for a song. Or actually, you know what? I can shoot this guy in the back for a double unnerve. Let's do that instead. Who needs singing when you can murder? Okay, that fire has really spread up there. So Quinn finally gets a real strangle. And he's just overjoyed about it in a way that makes everybody really uncomfortable to be around Quinn anymore. It's like, oh man, did you guys see me crush that dude's throat? Yeah, no, we're all just so proud of you. Really, like, beyond words. His grenade... Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, his grenade isn't his strongest attack, right? It makes the most sense to do this. Unfortunately, that guy is still... Yeah, I'm not super comfortable with the way our people are spread out here. Like, we're not actually going to get to do very much. Let's have you step out here. Like, can we get this kill? I guess, yeah, I can get down here and I can throw a grenade. Alright, thank you, double unnerve. Woods Witch doing what mages are meant to do, just drawing a lot of enemy fire. I have to move back before I can hit that guy. This is a kill though, right? Yeah, it is. The poison will finish the job. Oh. Nope, okay, casting. He died during the cast. So, all of the time for the action elapses before the action's effects take place. That is a good thing to know. I mean, it's the intuitive way for that to work, but now we know for sure that it's the way that it does work. Spot. Unfortunately, it's going to take us a minute to actually kill this Woods Witch. Guy has managed to get very, very deep into cover. I guess I probably want Nettle to pick up a bunch of XP, right? It would actually be really nice if Nettle were higher level and had a real attack. Ah, too much elevation. I really like all these like vegetation and fire and water systems, though. These give you tactical options that are not very much like the sorts of tactical options you have in a lot of other tactical combat games. I guess I shouldn't just wait, sorry. You have anesthetize at the very least. Why? Why would you do this? Ah, I see. Desperate to get a short-range attack off. Still, not very smart. Alright, so let's just bring you down to our level. Oh, and Quinn gets to strangle someone for a second time. This time it was hugely unnecessary. I think the first time, the guy only had 3 more HP than Quinn's normal attack deals, so... I mean, the strangle was the difference between killing and not killing, but only by the tiniest little amount. So, this is very unnerving. We've seen them do that a bunch. We've seen Sprout from them. Mound creates more dirt. Okay, no, sorry, swords. Plus, the cross for health is on healing. Why did I thought I looked at another ability to make sure, and it showed, I probably like moused over flex or something. I was like, no, it's always a cross. Okay, well that's just me being dumb. Do we want this? I probably want Frost instead, right? Frost doesn't have the same range, and it doesn't do as much damage, but that Unnerve seems really good. Moves caster to target and removes all status effects from target, and also creates a bunch of plants and growth. Yo, Forest Walk seems very good. Access an additional known ability from another breed constrained by this breed's elemental affinities. This breed has an affinity for water, earth, and life. Huh. Okay, I think we're probably... Oh, Sprout 3 just creates bushes. That seems interesting. I think we're just going to lean into Frost. I think Frost seems very good. Alright, and... That's right, we were going to wait until you got Canticle 2, even though we are going to just turn you into another archer. And what were we going to do with Spot? Wizard is Archer 4. This requires Knight 5, Knight 4, Wizard 3. Okay, so honestly, Spot's probably going to be a Knight. Let's just go ahead and do that now. Oh, sorry, and we will... In Spot's memory slot, we will keep the Mega Grenade. Oh, you learned Fire Arrow at some point. Well, I definitely want the Mega Grenade. Okay. I'm very excited to get out into the broader class space and see some weird stuff. Speaking of seeing weird stuff. Just sliding rapidly down a hill into the unknown. Can't imagine what kind of negative consequences there could possibly be. Alright, saw an opportunity to rid ourselves of a whole bunch of enemies. Yo! Okay, so we're going to get 1 turn, then they're going to get 6. Definitely feel like we want to play back row for a minute here. It looks like their guys are mostly just totally normal dudes, though. So, let's have... How do we want to place this? I'm going to put Quinn at the side here. Front of the side here. Pascal goes there. Willow goes... It's like this, probably? Yeah, all of our ranged attackers behind that thing. And then, who do we want to be the one who starts? It's somebody with anesthetize, right? It's Willow. And then after that... we're mostly going to get to go in a big group. So it kind of doesn't matter who's first. Yeah, I think this is fine. Alright, open with a nice anesthetize on you. And then just stay put, I think. They have a guy who literally only knows anesthetize. That doesn't seem like a very good unit. Yeah, we're going to have some pretty okay grenades here, I think. Alright, Nettle is going to throw a quick frost out here. Take that, go all the way to the bottom of the attack list. Nyx is in an okay place to do some damage. The fire damage is not going to be... We're not really going to be able to start much of a fire. But it's probably just, you know, shoot two people at the same time, right? Yeah. Get a little bit of bonus damage. And then I think I'm not going to move you. You're not really that exposed. Boy, the music is creeping up again, huh? Just gonna just a little bit lower that. The music volume is a little inconsistent. So we have sweeping blow for 35. I mean, it's got to be move over and throw the big grenade. In fact, it would be really cool to drop it, yeah, like this. Okay, I underestimated the brush a little bit. I didn't realize that, okay, this is going to be a problem for everybody. So this is going to be like an immediate issue. Let's see, you're at 39. Well, I'm just going to kill the one I can kill. And you know how he loves to strangle. Sorry, everybody. Sorry about that huge fire. There is a cliff here, so I think it's not going to spread any further than that. Alright, somebody's got to start working on this archer. I will slam you into myself, and then turn my back on you. Alright, and the poison just seems great. Like I'm always very pleased with the poison. You know what? You're just gonna wait. Oh, they keep gathering up so nicely. You know, I'm gonna move you back over here and cast clear right there. Hooray! I could have cast the clear here instead to open up a path to escape, but the enemies keep running toward me. It doesn't really make me feel like I need to. Spot does not much like it when the enemies spread out. So we're kind of doing that thing. We're kind of creating a moat. You are not a high priority. Let's get over here and grab this guy instead. Just running around the battlefield, strangling everyone to death. Well, I mean, more water, more grenades, right? Wait, oh, because, sorry. Pascal is this one. That's why. Where is too deep? I mean, Pascal's pretty tall, I think. Right? Yeah, he's waist deep in the water here. But he is noticeably taller than some of the other goblins, although it looks like making them a knight maybe makes them very tall, which has an actual gameplay effect. There's so many weird systems in this game. This is probably the point where they could just decide to scoop. I think it would be okay for them to surrender. Seems perfectly reasonable to me. And then I don't know what to do with you. I'm just going to put you over here, I guess. It doesn't really matter where you are. Nyx gets damage on everybody. We have so much area damage now. Our guy will survive. It's fine. I did double unnerve him. Now see, this is going to be an issue, right? Yeah, even if we could stand in this space, it's... Wow, there's a lot of there's a lot of water and stuff. I'm going to just have Quinn go collect some XP. And then Willow can finish the job. Yeah, we had extremely favorable terrain on that one. Okay, most of this stuff is pretty garbage. Quinn. Quinn, get your extreme garrote. So much garrote. Create a little moat and then fill it with the blood from our enemy's neck. That's actually, like, that is what's happening there. It's actually very screwed up. It's one of the darkest things I've ever seen in a video game. Drown a man in a pool of his own blood. And the good news is you can't really drown a guy in a pool of his own blood, I'm pretty sure. Because, you know, he's gonna die from being out of blood long before the drowning is feasible. We could fight the Ember, but I sort of want to avoid combat here. I know this is not a good long-term development strategy, but we are running a little close to the hour, and I just so much want to see... Oh boy. I did not mean to pull. I just so much want to see what that statue is. Well, this is a little ugly. So I think we probably want Spot to be first. And we also want Spot to be in this space. Spot can run forward and toss a pretty serious grenade. Right, I can make it all the way to here. And then... That's not... Well, you know what, we'll figure it out. There's a real good grenade available, and also Spot being in front of everybody is good. And then we should probably have Willow go second to anesthetize him. Because he's gonna need it, I think. And then after that, let's put you here. Nettle should maybe be third. No, Nettle should be fourth. Nettle should be after that big group of enemies. Try to restore a little bit of HP. And Quinn can go right there. Alright, Spot. So he is going to have to hit himself with the grenade if he wants to get the really good shot right there. Again, which part is the front of these damn things? So I'm gonna be standing in front of them. I'm not gonna get any. Yeah, if I do it from here thrown to there, I'm not gonna get any unnerve at all. But we are gonna do a ton of damage. Now they do have a Woods Witch who's just going to heal all of it, so maybe that's not even the best consideration. Maybe I should be aiming to do it like from here. That's still not going to give anybody any unnerve. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to commit. Let's just do a really large amount of damage. Okay, Willow is going to throw up the quick anesthetize. And then I think just sort of move into the middle. Wow, that is a serious hit. I'm gonna have Nyx. I think we want to shoot a fire arrow right there, a fire salvo right there. Okay, Nyx has to move over a little bit first. Right, because this is going to do a fair amount of damage to a bunch of enemies. It's going to unnerve that guy below the other archer, and it's probably going to start some fires. Yeah. That seems pretty good. And then the damage is all immediately going to be undone. Interesting that they're not attacking at all. Yeah, they all have the close range pulse. I wonder why that is. Alright, well, Nettle, you need to do something here. Let's just do the heal. Alright, and then Pascal gets to throw another decent grenade. Question is where? Maybe like stand here and throw it on top of the archer? Because I think that'll put that archer into range for a single kill with any of our ranged attacks at all. Which seems pretty good. So you probably want to actually throw a grenade right here now. That's a shame. I can't quite do it without hitting myself. In fact, hitting both of our knights. But it seems very good, right? It's a shame he doesn't promote himself. And then Quinn is gonna hack this bush down. And then run forward. Oh no, that's also rough terrain. Damn it. There's so much rough terrain. Well, we're sneaking. We're doing a sneaky maneuver. It's just going to take a little while for it to complete, is all. So this guy... Yeah, let's blow this guy up right now. Wow, that's really... it's really creating quite a pit. And then I'm going to move this way, because we're putting pressure on that wood witch over there. I don't know why that guy's facing away from me. That doesn't seem very smart. So this space is not deep enough to be a problem for Nettle. It's a little hard to tell. I don't have a good sense of, like, when water's going to be a problem. Right, frost is really excellent. Oh, I didn't even see the XP. That's some pretty good teamwork. We're pretty much just, we're doing all of the damage to our knights ourselves. Look at all that. Look at all that. And then he's so far underwater. And poor Quinn has not gotten to play the game. My sneaky flanking maneuver ended up being not very important when the enemies just grouped up and took all of the grenades over and over and over again. Not perhaps the way I would have advised they behave. Do you have range on him right now? Yeah. Okay, a red ribbon, that's interesting. A length of striking red fabric to be wrapped tight around the upper arm. In their infancy, the spirit Rook used these striking armbands to coordinate goblins into a robust terraforming network. The young spirits were heaped with tasks, but never enough to completely occupy their attention. I do like the world building stuff. Alright, you obviously were going to just go ahead and max this out. Yeah, 10 extra base damage. Seems pretty good. And then... what do you want? Spot spends so much time throwing grenades that I sort of feel we just want to pick up a passive. I'm going to pick up Oafish. I think it's probably a good idea for somebody on the team to have Oafish. Where are we relative to the creepy statue? I've actually lost sight of it. It's got to be right up there. Yeah. Oh, there's some stuff, and I don't think there are hostiles between us and that. I guess it's actually pretty far away. We would not necessarily even be able to see them yet. Everybody knows plants are visible from an incredible distance in rainy, foggy woods. People, on the other hand, people are much stealthier. This is a sheer wall. Can I, like... Nope. Nope, we get slid down. That makes sense. That's very steep. Well, shoot, I guess we're not getting up there this episode. That's alright. It'll be something to look forward to. Boy, I wandered into a slightly more complicated situation here. Well... So we get 4 out of the first 7 turns this time. Probably behooves us to be a little bit more aggressive. And... that Wood Witch back there, the Wood Witch on the left here, is very, very late in the turn order. So I think that's going to be our plan. Let's make our 2 archers 3rd and 4th. Right? Because that puts them after the first Wood Witch, but before the second. And then we'll do, like... Spot is real early. And Spot goes here. You know, for those good grenades. Pascal should also be quite early. I might just do it like this. And then Nettle... Does Nettle go last or second? Nettle probably goes second to last. And poor Quinn doesn't... poor Quinn probably just doesn't get to do cool stuff. I feel a little bad for him, but I think it keeps being the right move. Can I not move Nyx here? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think like this. So first up is Spot throwing a great big grenade at people. What a surprise. And then I guess we'll face this way. Now we're not going to be able to get quite as good of a grenade out of Pascal. I can slam. It's not... Oh, man, that's a bummer. That's a real bummer that it leaves that guy at 1. I think I might prefer to just throw this grenade. Because the Wood Witch is the one that we really want to damage, right? Oh, but the Wood Witch isn't going to be vulnerable. Or, like, the Wood Witch is just going to get healed. I think I still do this. We force this Wood Witch's turn. Yeah, make it so they have to do that, and then we now have a tremendous amount of control of the situation. Let's move to here and get a really good fire salvo. And then Willow... oh, wait. Willow will not be able to finish this off. A damn plant grew in the way. Well, crud. Now that Wood Witch is going to get a turn. I guess take the Unnerve? Yeah, I didn't calculate the growth of plants into my plan. Alright, well... Boy, what do we do here? I think I'm going to cast Clear right there. Give Quinn a little bit of a path forward. And yeah, I guess do this. Oops, I just ran right toward the big fire. Again, I started a fire without really correctly planning out where it was going to go. so Garrote is correct even from the front now. And I think that's what we're doing. We're just running down and garroting this guy from the front. Because I do not have a backstab available from anywhere. It's a considerable amount of damage. Sure, I blew myself up a small amount, but I think it was well worth it. Pascal has the good sense to move out of the blast radius. I definitely picked the wrong facing. And in fact, I think we are likely to start seeing some actual losses here. So, where do I want to... Boy, what even makes sense? I guess this. And then we fire it over here. That's going to get a promote, but also, you know, damage. I mean, we weren't going to be able to save spot either way, so I don't think the promote doesn't change very much. I am not allowed to attack this wood witch under any circumstances. Really, that's not an unnerve. Well, still gonna do it. I think it's still right. But also, I do think it should probably be an unnerve. And then I'm gonna move you forward to here, and let's drop a clear. Alright, Quinn, again, does not get a real strangle. Yeah, that's a real shame. The enemies are always just facing slightly in the wrong direction. Alright, that Woods Witch is a problem. Okay, so I should move down to here. The pull is still going to hit them both for 5, right? Because they're going to get smashed into the cliffs. Yeah. It still hit me for 5 too, despite the fact that this guy wasn't actually being pulled into me. Okay, there we go. We spread out enough damage that it became impossible for him to keep up with all of it. I mean, it's certainly a plan. Just completely overwhelm him. So I don't want to shoot this guy because I want him to still be facing that way on Quinn's turn. So I guess I just want to poison you. I'll try to get that damage ticking as quickly as possible. And then... This is probably frost time, but if I cast it from over here... Well, no, again, I'm going to change that guy's facing, if I'm not careful. Which I do not want to do. It has a range of 3, so from right here I can go 1, 2, 3 and catch both of them. I think this is how I want to do it. Alright, and that means the Wood Witch will probably poison out before it gets a turn. Before it can even attempt to heal. And then this is 90 damage with an unnerve. That's almost certainly going to result in some kind of victory. I guess actually I probably just want to slam here again, right? Because it is actually going to kill that guy, thanks to the bonus pull damage. Alright, and poison out. And Pascal doesn't really need that XP. It's just move here, I guess. Ow. That's a big shield. Yeah, now that we have, like, actual classes and like, abilities and stuff, the combat definitely feels a lot easier. We're able to handle a much higher complexity. Who would have thought? Having abilities that actually do stuff is helpful. Alright, that guy's just going to die to poison damage. We don't even have to do anything anymore. But of course, why not strangle him? Why would you not strangle if you can strangle, right? Alright, making a pretty good impression on Nape. We'll have their population back to them in no time. So, we're pretty close to this huge, terrifying sun skeleton. As the crow flies, so to speak. But I don't actually see a good way up onto this platform. Although, of course, trying to discern exact terrain features is always tricky if they're not right in front of you. Vision's weird. Vision's a weird thing. Alright, I think we're going to have to give up on this goal of getting up there today. This is going to have to be it for us for the moment. Thank you all so much for watching. We're unfortunately quite out of time. That is, ordinarily I don't put out episodes on the weekend, but this started so late in the week, I'll try to get one out over the weekend, probably tomorrow. So, come back next time, sometime this weekend, for us figuring out a way up onto that plateau. This has suddenly become very important to me for reasons that not even I truly understand. And we'll see you then.